Welcome back to the Alien Spaceship Talkshow podcast. And in case you're just joining us, you're listening to the Alien Spaceship Talkshow podcast with Emmy Hikins and Trevor Gear.
And that would be looked down on. Would be like, whoa, why are you crying like a, So, to answer your question, whether I find it easier to express myself practically or emotionally, I would say I tend to be more practical. So, for instance, when I'm talking to my fiancée, Jeanette, and I say something like, and she starts talking, she'll be like, oh, you can't, this and that happened and blah, blah, blah. And I remember having to stop myself, because the next question I was going to ask is, what are we going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? And that's a man, but women just want to be heard. They just want to be listened to. And sometimes I have to stop myself and think, right, don't ask her what you're going to do. Just listen. Pretend you're listening. Half of the times I'm not listening. I hope she's not listening to this. But half of the times I'm not listening. I'm just going, yeah. And then she catches me out. She goes, what do you think? Oh, I'm like, whoa. Is this a test?
I can certainly see why she finds you annoying. If you don't really listen to her. I mean, surely, I know you're generalizing about females and males, and of course there's loads of overlaps where you get some women who don't want to convey their feelings very, very much, and some men who do. So there's always an overlap. But I think is it not dangerous to sort of just put both the genders into that sort of category? Basically, if someone needs to talk, whether it's a man or a woman, it surely is a good thing if whoever they're trying to talk to is actually listening and actually participating in the conversation. I know what you mean. People often do just need to be heard and not interrupted, speak what's on their mind or whatever's stressing them. But it has to really be listening is still a two-way conversation, I would have thought. But yeah, I know what you're getting at. There's generalizations, maybe women are more adept at expressing their emotions than men are. And it probably goes back again to childhood, where I think something that used to be said to me, which when I've looked back over the years, I think was wrong. Big boys don't cry. And I think big boys do cry, and big boys should not be alarmed or frightened of crying, because it's a human emotion. It's not crying, it's just a female emotion. It's a human emotion. I was watching a guy on television the other day, on one of the YouTube independent people, and he was talking about the very sad events in Australia on Sunday. And I see him quite regularly moving around the country talking about different things. And he's you might say he's a typical guy. He's a big chap, sounds thoroughly nice, decent man, which he obviously is. But as he was talking, it was about this sad event, but it was related items to that. And as he was talking, you could see the odd tear trickling down his cheeks. And I didn't think, oh, that's a bit off. He's a man. What does he think he's doing? I think I was admiring him for not sort of stopping the camera and saying, no, let me gather my thoughts. I mean, he wasn't crying as such, but the emotional way he was expressing what he was saying was causing tears to come down his face. And I think there's nothing wrong with that. I think if you try and suppress your inner emotions, that can only lead to other issues emotionally or whatever. But yeah, I take the point you're making. Let's move on from that one. Do you believe when we are born? And I suppose this is about the movements of the moon, isn't it? And astrology. I'm not saying you've got to believe in astrology, but do you believe when we are born in the calendar year in any way affects our personality?
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. Without being superstitious, or towing that line of a star sign and all that, I would say yes, actually. I would say it does. I would say it does. It does affect our personality because, say, for instance, you was born in the winter. You then grow up. I think your body is a bit more adaptive to the cold. It would be. There's got to be something in the baby's body that would sort of want to adapt to the conditions around them and around the house, because they're going to be taken out by their mom on a stroller, and walked around. So
we're going to take a short break now. We're back shortly. You've been listening to the Alien Spaceship Talk Show with Trevor Gear and Emmy Hikins. The Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast is looking for sponsors. If you're a company out there looking to spread the word about the products and services you provide, please get in touch with Deepstuff Radio Podcast on info@deepstuffrecords.com, or to use the contact form on our website to contact us, please visit radio.deepstuffrecords.com. Also, if you're looking to get involved on the Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast, reach out via our Deepstuff Radio Facebook page. Thank you.